say, what would they do? Would it be trouble if they knew? I'm trying hard to make you see all that you are is all that I need. I know that it's a secret and that I gotta keep it, but I want the lights on. Yeah, I want the lights on. And I don't wanna run away anymore. Leave the lights on, leave the lights on. I know that it's a secret and that I gotta keep it, but I want the lights on. Yeah, I want the lights on. And I don't wanna run away anymore. Leave the lights on, leave the It's too hard to handle, so I gotta get up and go. It's a cruel, cruel summer, leaving me here on my own. It's a cruel, cruel summer. Now you're gone. to find the right words. I'm a painter in the sky to breathe. I reach so high for this color of the wind, shades of purple. My paintbrush thinks
Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Happy July 4th. I'm gonna start grinding someone today. I hope you guys are having a pretty good early July 4th celebration. Here, if we want to play, we can 3-bet. Folding is totally fine as well. Queen Jack cut off, definitely gonna open. Here, facing under the gun raise and the 3-bet, it's an easy fold. Just gonna fold here. Suited, we could see a flop. This guy looks like a fishy player. King Queen against a super loose aggressive player is definitely a 3-bet. Against some other better regulars, we can fold. Here against this guy's 3-bet, we're just gonna fold. He's a pretty tight player. With the backdoor flush draw, it's good enough for a C-bet. Here with the backdoor flush draw and straight draw, just gonna put in a C-bet. And we pick up we pair our 4 on the turn. Just gonna check behind and hoping that he'll bluff the river. Just gonna check behind. We got sucked out. It's okay. Gonna defend with Jack 8 versus the button open. Against under the gun race, we're just gonna fold with A6 suited. Against that sizing, we're just gonna fold. Here we're gonna put in a 3-bet with 6s. Never calling here. Calling here is a mistake. Because he can easily get squeezed by the blinds. And 6s don't normally play that well, unless you're the aggressor. On this flop, we're definitely gonna put in a C-bet. We called. Gonna barrel this turn actually. Ace check against under the gun race, normally a fold. Since we're in the blind, it's okay to see a flop. It's a pretty good flop for our big blind calling range, so we might go for a check raise. Here we're just gonna check behind. And check. We're definitely gonna lead out the turn. Just wrapping a 9. We have a lot of 9-8, 10-9 type of hands. 9-7. And here we're just gonna fold with a gut shot. Here we flop out on 2 pair. Definitely gonna put in a small C-bet. And here we have Ace King. It's a pretty standard 3-bet. Here with King Queen, facing mid position open. Definitely a 3-bet. Flop top 2 pair, top pair, top kicker. Gonna continue with the small C-bet. And pocket 5 is just gonna call and try to stat mine. Pretty good flop. On this board, we're just gonna do a small C-bet. He can have a lot of Jack 10 here, flush draw. Here against that sizing, with pocket 5s we're not folding yet. Pick up open-ended. It's a pretty good turn card for our hand. Definitely gonna barrel. And here we pick up open-ended, so we pick up extra outs. We're just gonna call and see what he does on the river. He only has 113 behind. Obviously could have like busted diamond draw, but he jammed pretty quickly, so we're just gonna fold. He could have a lot of ace king. Just barreling the turn and then get there on the river. We're just hardly good here. Like, almost never good here. You're just gonna give up. Ace 3 suited on the button, definitely gonna open. King Queen, we're gonna 3-bet. Ace Jack facing under the gun raise, small blind. Normally this is like a fold, but this guy seems pretty fishy. Just gonna put in a 3-bet. Cause he seems like a weaker player with this kind of stats. Gonna do like a small C-bet, and then if it gets called, we probably just give up, unless we pick up extra equity on the turn. Always good to just pick up the pot. And here, against a pretty decent regular, we're gonna just call with our pocket 8s and play in position. Pretty gross flop. We're actually just gonna fold here. Our hand just don't have much potential. We flop bottom pair. Don't have a clubs. Don't really want to continue. We're actually just gonna fold here. Here, ace jack suited facing a 3-bet. Definitely gonna call and see a flop. Gonna check call. He checked. We pick up Akasha straight draw. We're gonna start betting for value here. He could have like king queen king jack. That's gonna call this bet. And then here we're just gonna check. Here with pocket fives, is either a 3-bet or fold. Never calling there. We should win the pot. Here with the Gasha, we're just gonna fold. If we have like a heart, then we can continue. He had queens. Queens was an easy fold on the turn. I don't know what he was thinking. This guy gonna be like a weaker player, recreational player with the. This guy's 3-bet. This guy's gonna be like a recreational player. Jack 8 offsuit in position, blind versus blind's a call. On this flop, we're just gonna give up. We don't have any potential. Here facing a dunk bet, we're just gonna fold. Our hand have like no equity against like jack. Here we flop a jack with the not flush draw. And here on queen 4-4 board, we're just gonna... Actually, we're just gonna give up here. He dunk bet. This is a pretty weak player. He can be doing this with like a king with some kind of draw like queen 10 or something. But normally when he dunk bet this big, I expect him to have like at least a king. So we're just gonna call and then proceed the turn. Pick up a Gasha straight draw on the turn as well. He checked. I don't see a reason to bet here because I don't think he's ever folding a king here. And we obviously don't be a king, so we just check behind and then see what the river is. And then we river the straight, which is the nuts. We're just gonna bet like a little bit. Like 15. Hopefully he has like 2 pair. He does call. I think he has a 2 pair, maybe king queen or something. He does have king queen. If it was like a heart or like something else, like a jack or something, we'd probably get more value, but pretty happy with the hand. Queen 9 off, which is just gonna open, and here, as a 3-better, we're just gonna put in a c-bet with the backdoor flush draw. Turn a queen. We're just gonna flat call here. Three betting is definitely okay, but we have to like mix it up sometimes. Here, just gonna check behind. I think we can barrel this turn. He has a lot of pocket nines, pocket tens that cannot call this turn. If he called this turn, then he has to have a king. Just pick up the pot. Here, if we can just bet and wrapping an ace. Against that bet, we're just gonna fold. That's our friends, so I don't think he's gonna mess around with us. Here, we're just gonna bet like $5 and wrapping the ace. He got snap call. He probably has an ace. Yes, he did, but that's okay. There's a lot of time if he doesn't have like an ace. He'll just fold a pair there. King Jack is 3-bet is okay. Folding is okay as well. There's a lot of fish player today in this pool, which is nice. Against this player who's almost like never folding to c-bet, we're just gonna do like small c-bet since we have like backdoor flush draw and straight draw. Here we're just gonna check behind and we're gonna defend with pocket threes. Not the worst flop for our calling range. Probably putting a check raise if we bet. Here we got check the second time, definitely gonna start betting, try to take the pot away. He called. Not exactly sure what we beat here. He has at least a pair here. I'm gonna check raise. And I'm just gonna check behind. We still beat Queen Jack, so we might still have the best hand. He has a king. A good thing we didn't bet because he's never folding a king there. Here against the 3-bet and 4-bet, A7 suited is just like an automatic fold. $2 more. Deuce 3 is like worthless, so we're just gonna fold. Let's check that. It's a little bit laggy. Oh, this guy 3-bet like 40% of the time, even though it's like a really small sample size. We're just gonna fold this time, and then if he continue to 3-betting us, we're gonna start to 4-bet bluff to play back at him. But we don't have that many sample size, so here Ace Queen is a 3-bet. Gonna make it a little bigger since we're out of position. Against under the gun raise, Ace 8 is just not good. Here we can 4-bet if you want to play. Probably just fold here. Flop a gotcha and backdoor flush draw. This flop benefit his big blind calling range a lot more than it hit ours. So it's just gonna check behind. I don't see any point c-betting here. Gonna get check raise a lot if we c-bet. And we pick up the backdoor flush draw, and if you check again, we're definitely gonna start betting. $9, just gonna fold pocket threes. Here, I mean, I don't see a reason to raise. I mean, we can raise, but just gonna call. And then we don't get there. Against that sizing, we're just gonna fold. He has a lot of 2 pairs here. Straight. King Jack suited is gonna 3-bet. It's a little bit loose, but against like a unknown player, I think it's okay. Against a decent regular, I probably just fold. Here we have an ace, we're just gonna bet like half the pot. Oh, we got raised, that's kind of weird. This guy limp under the gun. We're not gonna fold yet though. Here we're just facing a 4-bet, we're just gonna fold. Gonna check it to him and possibly call again. 3 kind of help us because it's the last chance that he has pocket 3s. Here we're actually just gonna call here. Normally I never call in small blind, but against under the gun raise and the call, it's having such a good price to hit a set. He bets so big. This board is like super dry, so he's saying that he has at least like ace king, ace queen, ace 8, boats. We hit a set here with the ace high board, which is good. We're just gonna fold here actually. He can be bluffing obviously, but since he pot the turn, I just don't see how he's gonna stop on the river, and then it's very hard for us to call 3 streets. And here, A9 gets there, but there are 2 flush draws, so we're definitely gonna start betting. We got raised. He could obviously have A9 or some kind of like straight and flush draw, but with the set we're not folding yet. We're just gonna call. I don't see a reason to 3-bet here because he can obviously have A9. We're just gonna check. I don't think he's raising with the flush draw on the turn. Bet pretty big. I was gonna fold anyways. Basically he's saying that he has A9. He could have like some kind of combo draw and then get there on the river. But I don't think he's betting with 2 pair on this board. I actually think we might be losing here. 7, check the flop. I don't think we can fold a set here though. He could have like 2 hearts. 65. Yeah, we're getting like 2-1. We're just gonna call here. He has a lot of A9, but and some flushes, but he could have like busted hard draw as well, and we don't block that, so that's kind of suck. Okay, so he raised us with the gut shot and flush draw on the turn and get there. It's unfortunate, but it's whatever. Here we have jacks. We got 3-bet. We're gonna put in a 4-bet and possibly just get it in. Once we put in a 4-bet, we're not folding. This guy has doesn't 3-bet that much. Actually, we're just gonna call here because this guy doesn't 3-bet that much. And here with the backdoor flush draw, we're just gonna do a small c-bet. Actually, we're gonna go for check call here. Queen gonna start betting. Gonna do like a small small c-bet. Gonna do like bet like small. Here we're gonna start betting. He could have like ace. He could have like ace king, ace queen with ace of diamonds, something like that. Gonna bet like pretty big. And here facing a 4-bet under the gun. Just gonna check with the 4 diamonds. Here we're actually just gonna call and see a flop with ace king. I don't think we can fold here. Just gonna call here and then possibly check fold the river. And here we're just gonna call. And here we're just gonna fold without a diamond. Pretty good turn. If we bet, we're just gonna jam. Obviously he could have like aces and kings, but we're never folding here. We're just gonna jam. Hopefully he'll put out some kind of combo draw or something. Here facing under the gun raise and a call, we're gonna squeeze pretty large here, and then obviously calling a jam. I'll be pretty happy to get it in. Ace deuce, I'll just do an ISO raise against 2 fishes. Here with the gut shot, we're gonna do a c-bet. On ace high board, we can wrap the ace. Here, flopping top pair. Oh, we're gonna c-bet pretty big here. And here we're gonna do a small c-bet, and then if it's called, we're just gonna give up. In his limping and calling range, I just don't see how he can continue here without a queen. We're just gonna check. I don't wanna turn off. I don't wanna like bluff him because he doesn't seem like someone who's gonna fold easily. We're just gonna give up here. Pocket eights. I just don't think that he'll fold to a second barrel. So if we if we double barrel, then pretty much we have to go for 3 streets to get him off that hand. Against unknown player, I think we gonna defend with Jack 9. Here facing a 4-bet, Jack 10 suited in position. It's a pretty small 4-bet, so I think we can actually call this. Actually, we're gonna call because it's a little bit smaller. If he does like 3x 4-bet, then we probably lean more towards folding. Pretty bad flop. Here on this flop, we're not gonna see back because he hit a lot of his big blind calling range. And here we're just gonna fold. And on this turn, we're just gonna give up. Pocket fours, I don't like calling here. We're basically set mining, and then his 3-betting range is pretty wide. So even if we hit our set, like we might not get paid. This is a pretty bad flop for pocket nice. Just gonna check behind. Gonna defend with 10-9 suited. Here just gonna check behind. And our hand don't, our pair don't play. Just gonna fold. And we turn the flush draw on the turn. Just gonna barrel this turn. Obviously he can have an ace, but anything else is folding this turn. Oh, we're just gonna check behind here because he has a lot of aces here. He does have an ace, he's never folding that. And here on this flop, we're just gonna bet. I'm gonna defend with a9 offsuit here in the big blind. Flop open in this straight draw. Probably go for a check raise. Gonna 3-bet against this fishy player. Against that sizing, we're definitely check raising. And here we flop a bold. We're just gonna do a small c-bet. Gonna do a small c-bet here with the backdoor flush draw and backdoor straight draw. Obviously, we have a lot of aces in our 3-betting range. Turn a pair knight. We're gonna check behind here. I think he has a lot of ace in his range. Just never folding those. Now we only beat like hands like pocket sevens and stuff like that. Just gonna fold. Here we flop 2 pair on 3 hearts board. We're gonna check it to him. Just gonna call. Here with bottom pair, we're just gonna do a small c-bet. And here we're just gonna fold king queen. And we're gonna actually lead this turn. Oh, he raises pretty big. On 3 clubs flop, we're just gonna fold with our open-ended straight draw. Gonna raise pre-flop. He's saying he has like 5-6. Maybe he has like a pair in the ace high flush draw, so we're not gonna fold yet. Just gonna call. And flush gets there. We just have to check fold this. It's just unfortunate. We had the best hand on turn. That guy's kind of he limp pocket queens. It's like, what the hell? You're gonna throw a 3-bet. Just gonna check. Yeah, he limp pocket queens. It's just such a fish. It's okay. Happens. Oh, just gonna check behind with pocket 8s here. We're gonna fold here. Here we're just gonna fold, like we don't beat anything. Here we're gonna see that with our gut shot straight draw. Obviously we can wrap an ace. Oh, here with top pair, we're gonna see that. I expect us to get raised sometimes here. If he has like something like 9-8, he's definitely raising. That's a pretty good turn. Unless he had a 7. Here. Just gonna do a C-bet. Here we're gonna barrel the turn. That's actually not the worst river. He could have like a lot of 9-8. Obviously he can have a better 10. We're just gonna check behind. I don't see how we can get value from anything else. Pocket 8s. Here we turn top 2 pair. Gonna barrel pretty big here. Against 2 fish player, we're just gonna open with 4-5 suited. It's a little bit loose, but just gonna check and give up. Oh, we're kind of putting a 4-bet here. And here we're just gonna check behind. He has too many like 7-8 type of hands. That's just never gonna call our C-bet. Never gonna fold to our C-bet. Here he checked the second time, we can start betting and try to take the pot away. Here with 5s, we're just gonna see a flop. And we flop a set, pretty nice. Plenty a check raise. And here we're just gonna range betting if he check it to us. Oh, everybody checked. Oh, we're gonna definitely raise this bet. Just gonna range betting. Under the gun raise, we have a lot of ace, strong ace, ace king, ace queen. He got called. We turn the pair. We're actually gonna barrel here. Here, he could have queen 10, but he can have like a lot of like pair in the flush draw. So I think it's best to just jam. Consider that he only has 68 in the back, behind. So we're just gonna jam. Hope that he's on a draw. Oh, he has queen 10. That's unfortunate. That's the risk you have to take when you check. But that was the right play though. I don't think we did anything wrong there. It's just that unfortunate that he gets there. It's just a cooler. Here we pocket 9, so we're putting a 3-bet. And 3-way, we're just gonna see a flop with 10 deuce suited. On this flop, we're not gonna see bet. Pretty unlucky there. We're just gonna bet this turn. Here with top pair, we're gonna call. And check folding here. With pocket nice, we're gonna do a small c bet. That's 3-better. Here we're just gonna fold. Especially against the fish player. Here with 4 clubs out there, we're just gonna check fold. And here we got called. You can have like some pocket pairs, pocket 10s, pocket 8s. I don't see the reason to barrel the turn. I guess he could have like a flush draw over cards and stuff like that. Pretty good river. If he checks, I expect us to have the best hand very often here. If he bets, we probably have to fold. 20. It just looks super value-ish. Just gonna fold here actually. Against that sizing, just feels like he was trying to milk us. Here with the gut shot and the backdoor flush draw, we're just gonna check behind. He checked for the second time. Gonna start betting. Here it's a clear 3-bet. Small blind versus button open. Just gonna. We're gonna barrel the river. We can wrap the queen a lot here with the way we play. Here facing a 4-bet. This guy never 4-bets, so we're just gonna give him credit. Actually, we're gonna fold nice here. Unfortunately, we got looked up. That's a good call. But we're playing our queens the same way. Here we're just gonna check behind. With 3 hearts out there, we're just gonna fold here because we could very much be drawing dead. I'm gonna put a 3-bet here with A9 suited. Definitely calling that c-bet with the backdoor, with the middle pair and then backdoor flush draw. With 9-10 suited here, it's okay to call out the position. This guy is kind of comfortable position. Okay, just gonna see a flop. Here we flop top 2 pair, gonna do a small c-bet. And here we flop overs and gut shots. We're just gonna check behind. And unfortunately we got 4-bet here. Against that sizing, we're just gonna fold. We're just not deep enough to make our call profitable. Here on this turn, we're just gonna start betting for value. And here, we're just gonna check behind. I don't think we're getting value for anything else. Maybe like a worse king. Actually, I'm gonna bet. Because we could wrap the missed flush draw, so he might look us up. And here is just gonna go for 3 streets of value. Ace jack suited. It's gonna bet like pretty big here. Gonna bet like 50. Betting like we have a missed flush draw. And here with ace jack suited, I think we're gonna see a flop. Flop ace high. Overcards and not flush draw. Against that sizing, we'll check raising. He's thinking about it. He probably have like an ace, like ace jack type of hands maybe. He called. He does have ace jack. Here we got 3 bets, but the sizing is really small. I'm trying to think if we just put it in, or if he has like kings here, it makes sense for us to just put it in. If he had ace queen, we shouldn't put it in. 45. I think we have to call this turn. Here we flop trips. I'm gonna do a small c-bet here. And we're just gonna call here, and then hopefully we get there on turn. We don't get there. Let's check folding. He's gonna jam here like 100% of the time. Unfortunately, that he didn't try to make a play. There's nothing we can do, we just have to fold. I guess he have like aces or kings or something like that. I don't think he'll play ace queen that way. King 10 3-way, just see a flop. Been pretty unlucky this session so far. Here we're just gonna bet. We have all the 8s and 7s in our range. Expected to pick up, just pick up the pot a lot, but this guy disagree. Actually, we're gonna go for the pot bet here. He could have like some missed flush draws, and we got snap called. Probably have 2 pair. Wow, that's a little bit crazy, but nice call, I guess. I mean, just snap call with like pair 9s there. Like when we bet the river like that, like we have like 2 pairs at least most of the time. But like this is the, you know, sometimes when the pool has so many fishes, like they're just not capable of folding top pairs. But it's totally fine. That's what makes the game profitable. It's just that unfortunate that we don't get the real hands today. But I think betting pot there was the correct play. Unfortunately, it didn't work out that time. Ace queen obvious is open. There's a lot of like new players today. On this flop, we're not gonna continue c-betting. If we have like ace of heart or something, we can consider c-betting. But without that, there's no point to do it. Here we're gonna defend with 10 ace suited. Here with queens, we're just gonna check behind here on this flop. And on king, we can start betting here up the turn. Just gonna fold here. This is a pretty bad turn for queens. We're just gonna check behind. Actually, yeah, I'm just gonna check behind. And we rip a queen. That's nice. Hopefully he has an ace, but with the way he played, there's just no way he had an ace. I guess we just try to bet like super small. At least he's thinking about it. Maybe he has like a flush here, and then he's thinking if he should check raise. Hopefully that's what he does. Unfortunately, he doesn't do that. Pocket ace standard open. Here we're just gonna fold ace 5 off. 3-betting with ace 5 off in the small blind is a little bit too light. Here we flop over and flush draw, definitely gonna see bet. I expect us to get raised here sometimes. We're just gonna barrel the turn. Here we're gonna 3-bet with 10 9 suited. Jack ace suited. Facing mid position raise, we're just gonna fold. 3-betting is okay too, but frequency cannot be too high. Against someone with the half stack and then he never 3-bets, so we just have to give him credit for a real hand. Gonna call with middle pair in position with the backdoor flush draw. We're gonna actually call again. He has a lot of queen jack, king queen that would barrel this turn. That's pretty good river. Pretty good river. I expect us to win a lot here. He has a lot of king queen, queen jack type of hand. We'll barrel the turn. Unfortunately, he has top pair. With middle pair, just gonna do a small C bet. Oh. Actually expecting to have like a lot of draw here. I don't think if he has like ace queen, king queen, I don't think he'll play this way. I think he has more like ace jack type of hands, maybe with 2 hearts. It's actually very tempting to call here. We're actually gonna go for it. I don't think he has anything strong here. Oh, he has queen jack. That's unfortunate. Here with the queens, we're just gonna put in a 4-bet. That's unlucky, because our range had all the ace queen there, and then he just jam over our C bets. Kind of like it just feel like he had the draw there more often than top pair, but unfortunately it didn't work out for us there. We're gonna put in a 3-bet here in 10 ace suited. Here against under the gun race, we're actually just gonna smooth call, flat call with ace queen. And here we actually just gonna check behind, possibly give up. Against 2 players and 2 station type of player, we're just gonna check fold this flop. I wish we can start getting some hands, because today's player pool is really soft, but at the same time, like, they're less regulars, so they call a lot, so there's less room for outplays and stuff like that. Yeah, we're gonna 3-bet with nice. Just gonna check down the flop. Oh, here obviously 3-betting with aces. If you have a club in our hands, we can start betting here, but he checked the flop, so we're gonna try to bet like small. He could have like small pocket pairs here, and here aces facing a 4-bet. We're just gonna check here. We're just gonna get it in. Got instant call. Oh, that's a cooler. We hold. Much needed double up. Been running pretty rough today so far. Here on this flop, we're gonna see bad. Here against cut up open, we're gonna 3-bet with 9-8 suited. Here with the gut shot, we're just gonna do range betting. We have a lot more aces than his calling range. You disagree? We're actually gonna barrel this turn. Here we have flop a backdoor flush draw and gut shot. Just gonna see bet small. Here, and we get there. I don't think he has ace king. If he has ace king, he definitely 4-betting pre-flop. So we're gonna barrel this and get it in on the river. Gonna barrel pretty big actually. Here it's just gonna call with ace. And here we're gonna call with ace queen off in position. He's gonna put us on ace king here, or at least 2 pair. Up here with 8s, we're gonna call this flop for sure. And then that's just a pretty shitty river. We're just gonna check it to him. Here we're calling. This is just stupid. We got sucked out again. Pretty sure he had like ace queen, ace jack, probably ace queen, ace jack. Unfortunately, we just get sucked out again. He was just gonna check behind. It's just really suck. He's never bluffing here. He has an ace here like 100% of the time. It's unfortunate that it's just a terrible rundown. Just gonna check behind here. 47. We're actually gonna call again and then possibly folding to a river jam. That's a pretty good river to blocking from betting. But at the same time, if he was bluffing with a flush draw, he gets there. But if he was just barreling with nothing, then this is a really good card for us, because he's not gonna shove now, because we have a lot of flushes in our range. Obviously, it doesn't give a shit. Nothing we can do here. We just have to fold. Pocket 10 facing 3. I'm just gonna call. Yeah. I just kept having those terrible runouts. It's very unfortunate. Here we're definitely not folding yet. Probably check call again. Here we're gonna see bet with 1 overcards to our 7s. Just gonna check. We're gonna barrel and charge flush draws. He had aces. Card has been pretty brutal to us today so far. Hopefully you'll turn around. Flop top 2 pair. Going for the check raise. Here on this flop, we're actually gonna start betting. Here we're gonna put in a 4-bet and get it in. Gonna bet like half the pot. Gonna bet like almost pot size. Here with queens, we're definitely gonna see bet. Actually gonna use a smaller sizing. Pretty good turn for our queens. I'm gonna bet pretty big. 10 isn't that bad. It's not a terrible card. We're gonna value bet this river. I think 74. Hopefully he doesn't have king, queen, and gem. We still have to call though. We're never folding here. Just hope that he has like ace jack, aces, kings, queens. If he's tanking for this long, we definitely have the best hand. He probably have like ace jack, king jack. Oh wow. Oh my god. It's just the way we run today. Like what the hell is calling on the turn? Like we bet pot on the turn and then just don't give a shit and check raise. Ugh, that's just really unfortunate. Here we're just gonna check. Under the gun raise and then he call 3 bets. He has a lot of aces in his range. Not folding to that bet. Just the way we run, it's pretty brutal. Here on the queen, we actually gonna check raise. He called a check raise. He called a check raise on the flop with gut shot and then call like a huge pot bet on the turn with gut shot and then actually get there on the river. It's just like really unfortunate. Here we're gonna do like huge raise. That really sucks, man. Like we played that hand like perfectly. I totally did not expect king queen there, but you know, it happens. Here we're gonna check behind with middle pair. Turn it open-ended. Gonna call. It's a pretty clear fold. That was pretty sad. That's poker, what can you do? People will try to give you money and they just get lucky. Nothing you can do. Just gonna give this guy a fish tag. Pretty fishy player. Pocket 5 against 2 fish in the blind. Definitely gonna open. Normally it's okay to fold. Here, pocket 8's facing 3 bet, gonna play. Gonna check call. I'm just gonna see bet small. Hopefully we just take it down. Probably check call again. With the 1 over card, we're gonna put in a c-bet. That's like the worst river. Here we're gonna lead out the turn. Those run out are just so brutal for us today. I feel like no matter like what hands our opponents have, they're just gonna suck out. One of those days, I'm just gonna check behind. Losing to pocket 8s. One of those days. I'm gonna pick line with ace 4. 7-8 suited, we're pretty deep, so we're okay to see a flop. Flop a gotcha and backdoor flush draw, probably call once. Definitely gonna call that sizing. Here, just gonna put in a 3-bet. And then we pick up flush draw on the turn. Clear the board. Here we're just gonna check and give up actually. We don't have a spades. $50. Gonna call. Hopefully it gets there on the river. We don't. If he checks, we can consider jamming this river. And he jammed. Well, that makes our decision easy. He's wrapping like kings here. Maybe it's a good thing that we didn't hit, because we might be drawing that. Gonna do a c-bet here. This is one of those hands we just c-bet once, then if it's called we just give up, because king jack just pretty worthless on ace high board. Even if we hit the pair. I think a calling is mandatory now since the second ace come on the river, makes it less likely to have an ace. He might bluff at this, and we're just gonna call. And he has an ace, okay. Just the way it goes today. No problem. Gonna wrap up the session here. Here we have backdoor flush draw, gut shot straight draw, and 2 overs. Gonna see bet. Yeah, we have kings and then ace just have to come on the flop. It's the way it is. Not gonna stop us from c-betting though. They could have like some kind of random hands in the blind. And here with pocket eights we got 3-bet. That's like a pretty bad turn, we're just gonna check. Gonna check here. And we're beating flush draw. And on this board we're just gonna check. Obviously you can have like busted diamonds. Against this bet, I don't think we're folding. If he bets like a little more, we're folding. But half pot, we just have to call. He has nothing. We're just gonna fold. With mid pair, we're gonna see bet a little bit bigger, wrapping our over pair. And on this flop, we're just gonna see bet our range. Gonna check this turn and give up. Check folding. Shit. And then we're gonna check fold. I expect to see a lot of like pocket 7, pocket 4, something like that. But I don't think it's folding the river after we check the turn. Fold. Okay, let's see how we did today. We're down 740 something. We're being on like a little bit of tiny swing, tiny losing streak. Only like 3 buy-ins, not too bad with the way we run.